Hey guys! Now I know you are not ready for this story time because I'm not even ready for this story time. I had to wear my glasses for this story because the amount of detective work that I had to do to get all the messages and the pictures and the information for this story time is a little bit too much. And I'm warning you right now, this story isn't gonna be like very funny. It's gonna be very informative and it's gonna actually be a little bit sad. In my last video, I asked you guys if you wanted to hear the story on the time that the guy from London cheated on his pregnant fiance with me. But that just goes to show how fucking far in time this was, because she wasn't his fiance, and like, yes, there was pregnancy involved, but like, it was just a blur. I knew the basis of what happened, and honestly in my mind, like, the way I remember him is just like, he's a fucking piece of shit, don't talk to him. And I knew there was a baby involved. I had to go back in time and piece this story together so that I can sit here and tell you guys the fucking story. So I'm gonna need you to go and grab some popcorn and hold on to your tits, because we're going for a ride. We're gonna call this guy Matt. Okay, because that is his name. I always debate on whether or not I'm gonna use someone's real name, and really the only factor is how much of an asshole they were, and he is the ultimate asshole. This was a situation that I pushed so far back in my mind, it hurt me so bad. I think that's a huge reason why I couldn't remember a lot of it, because I just didn't want to. But anyway, let's fucking get on with the time that I was basically the side chick. I hate that fucking word. We met in Cancun, Mexico in the summer of 2011. That made me 17, turning 18 that month because we went in August, and that made him just turned 28. Now at this point in my life, I don't see a problem with dating someone with that age gap, but at that time, I was very immature for my age when I was 18 years old. I didn't know what I wanted, I didn't know what I wanted to do, I was just kind of a mess. It shows the immaturity level of him if he was able to relate with me and want to date me. He's from London, so yes, he has a British accent, and I wanted to mention that because I have a suspicion that that is the only reason I put up with all his shit. So we went on a trip to Cancun, and I'm gonna try to keep this story brief so that we can skip to the really fucked up shit. It was already 2 or 3 days into my 6-day trip in Cancun, so I hadn't met anyone yet, and that made me very sad. At that age, the only thing I wanted to do on vacation was meet boys, kiss boys, boys. It's all I cared about, and if that didn't happen, then the trip wasn't successful. We were at the bar one night on our 2nd or 3rd night, and it was okay that we were at the bar because I was 18, and in Mexico you can drink when you're 18, but honestly, who are we kidding? I've been drinking in Mexico since I was 5. I saw these cute guys that were at a bar. It was 3 of them. Matt was there, and his friend Matt was there. They're both fucking named Matt. So we're gonna call friend Matt, Matt number 2. Now the funny, not funny at all, Jesse. The strange part was, I actually started talking to Matt number 2 first. He was the one that showed like extreme interest in me. I didn't find him that cute, but he was really, really sweet and funny. So I basically was like, yeah, okay, we can make out. 18-year-old Jesse was a fucking bitch, okay? I honestly, at that point in my life, did not care about anyone's feelings but my own. Me and Matt number 2 actually almost got arrested together, which reminds me, I have to make a story time on that, because what the fuck, who wants to get arrested in Mexico? Not me, I cried. But yeah, we almost got arrested together, and I still didn't choose him. Anyway, besides the point. This was already the next night after we had met, and me and Matt number 2 were like kissing, and we were like all over each other and all that stuff, but like I said, 18-year-old Jesse just didn't give a fuck about anyone's feelings. We went back to the bar where Matt and all of the people that we knew or we met on that trip were, and I just decided that night, like, I don't like Matt number 2. I like Matt, the other one. He was sarcastic and pretty much just a complete asshole, so I was interested. The night after me and Matt number 2, you know, had our own little thing, we went to a club, and I just completely like detached from Matt number 2 and made out with Matt. I remember it really hurting Matt number 2's feelings, and I just like felt so fucking bad, and I still feel bad because he was a super nice guy. For the last few days of my trip, we just talked and we would kiss and, you know, all that fun stuff. But there was no indication while we were in Mexico that him and I were gonna pursue any sort of relationship. Although I was very, very sad to leave him. Like, I do remember feeling horrible that I was leaving and I just didn't want to go. Like, I didn't tell him that, but I felt that. Once I landed in Miami, I already had a message from him on Facebook. I was so excited, mainly because I knew that Wi-Fi was not cheap. That was back in the day where Wi-Fi wasn't a free thing. Like, it wasn't just a thing that every hotel had. So I knew either he was paying to use their computers or he was paying to have Wi-Fi. I was like, oh my god, he must really like me. I would say right away we just started talking. Like, all the time. He types in these long ass paragraphs, and I was typing in long ass paragraphs to him too. But when a guy spends that much time, especially a guy that you didn't think was like that into you, when they spend that much time talking to you and getting into detail and wanting to know about your day and like wanting to really talk, I mean, you just fucking think they're interested. It's just nature. Immediately from the moment that I landed, we were just talking all day, every day. And then eventually he told me to get WhatsApp. That kind of sucks because since I haven't had WhatsApp in years, I don't have those messages from him. I only have what's on Facebook. It didn't take long for things to start getting really, really serious between him and I. He would talk about maybe moving to Miami. He was a cop and he said that the cop program in Miami was like really good, that he was checking it out because he wanted to move and be with me. And there was just a lot of serious talk, and I'm not even joking. We talked from day to night every single day. I became like obsessed with him. I would not say that I was in love with him, only because I was completely infatuated with the idea of a person. I had no idea who he was. We hadn't even spent more than a week together. And even when we did spend that week together, we were wasted the entire time. So I had no idea who he really was. I started falling in love with the idea and the fantasy of someone that far away caring so much about me. He even sent me this little bear. It was like a little Build-A-Bear, or I don't know what it was. I'm gonna insert a picture of it here. It's just a little like English bear with a balloon, and he sent that to me for my 18th birthday, which is, you know, weird because he was kind of old. And right after this is when really weird shit started happening. I was so excited that he sent me something for my birthday. I think that he had to message my mom on Facebook and try to get my address, and like he did a whole bunch of stuff to try and surprise me with that bear for my birthday. So it was such a nice gesture and I was so excited about it. So what does an excited 18-year-old do? She fucking posts it on Facebook, duh. And I tagged him because he gave it to me. Almost immediately he untagged himself. And I remember just feeling like, what, huh? Why you do that? But I didn't say anything at first. I didn't want to seem insane. And also every time any problem arose, he had an amazing excuse for it. He was someone who could just blab on and lie. After that, I was curious. I didn't know why he had untagged himself. So I went on his Facebook wall and I would write him stuff. Not like super lovey-dovey stuff, but just like stuff in general. Maybe I'd like post a link to a video or like try to put myself on his wall, and he would delete them immediately. Once he started doing that, I finally confronted him. And his excuse for untagging himself and deleting my posts on his wall were that his ex-girlfriend would show up to his job, or I think they worked together, something like that. It was a long time ago. But she would start harassing him at work every time that she would see anything that had to do with me because she wasn't over him and she was really problematic, and basically that wasn't one of his best excuses. We'll say that much. He told me that he was in a relationship before Mexico and that they were already broken up and that things were like super rocky between them, so that after Mexico he just basically had a talk with her saying like, that's completely it, like we're done. I made out with someone. He said he told her that he kissed me. That's what he told me that he told her. It was a lot of back and forth between me being like super head over heels for him and then feeling like something was really, really wrong. But I just kept like believing like, no, we're meant to be together, so this is gonna work out. I remember he even took off days from work because he was gonna come and visit me, and I don't know if he actually took them off. He said he did. He kept asking me like what days I was free, and then he eventually took his days off and was gonna fly and come and see me, which I was super excited about, but I just started feeling super weird. I started just like getting really frustrated, and I remember I ended up breaking things off with him, but I never told him like, you're just a shady piece of shit, like I don't know what's fucking going on. And the main reason why I didn't confront him is because I had no proof. I didn't know anything. And that's the frustrating part about long distance with someone who you don't know and you don't trust, is that they can be lying to you, they can have a fucking whole family and you'd never know about it. So I didn't know about it, and that frustrated me. I remember just like ending things with him and saying we should just be friends. Like it wasn't like go fuck yourself, it was a let's be friends type thing. But I couldn't help but just feel like something itching at me, and I was like, oh, I wish I knew what fucking happened. About 2 days after I told him let's just be friends, he was already dating another girl, and like it was super public on Facebook. That was the final straw for me, and I was like, no bitch. And I messaged his ex-girlfriend. Basically, I just messaged her apologizing for kissing him while they were still like rocky, and for basically like not being the reason that they broke up, but I was just like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that you even existed when I was in Mexico, so like he didn't tell me anything, so I kissed him. I would have never done that otherwise. And then I asked her, but I have to ask you, like, what is Matt's deal? And I also told her, I'm sorry if this is like overstepping a boundary, but I don't feel like I have any other outlet to find out what's really going on with this dude, and I feel like something shady's happening. He doesn't want to Skype with me. Oh, that's another thing. He would always kind of like not want to FaceTime, not want to Skype, or he would be too busy. In an entire month of talking from fucking morning to night, we never Skyped. Had I not met him before, I would have sworn he wasn't who he said he was, okay? Like straight catfishing me, but I already met you, so it ain't a catfish. So whatever, I was like, he doesn't want to Skype with me, he's acting shady, like what's going on with him? I'm just going to go ahead and read aloud her message because I don't know how to like paraphrase it. It's really, really heartbreaking and sad to read and to believe that a human being is capable of doing this. Obviously, out of respect to her, I am not going to put her name in this. She said, Matt and I were in a relationship while he was in Mexico. I was also away with a friend, but being 100% respectful and faithful. We had been together for a year. He got me pregnant in April and wanted nothing to do with it. I had an abortion, which I didn't want to, and found out the night before my abortion, when I'm crying my eyes out, that he was in bed with a girl from work. I took him back and we were making a go of things. Before he went to Mexico, he told me he wanted to have a future with me. He loved me and wanted a family with me one day. Everything was fine before he went. We broke up 2 days after he got back. I asked if he cheated on holiday. He swore to me that he hadn't, and then he said he didn't want a committed relationship anymore. We were still sleeping together a couple of times a week up until a couple of weeks ago. If you want to be with him, then best of luck to you. He slept with 3 people I know of when him and I were together. I loved him with all my heart, but he treated me like a complete mug. She's saying things like all British like, because they're British. You are right, he is shady and a liar. He's been away with another girl this weekend. He thinks of no one but himself at all times. He never even took me out for a meal in the year we were together. Whatever decision you make is up to you, but I know I am staying well clear of him. He's dead to me now after breaking my heart, using me, and never being there for me when he should have been. Even his own friends tell me he's not happy unless he has a lot of girls on the go. To think he slept with me the day before he went to Mexico and the day he got back, and then was with you in between. We never slept together, by the way, we only kissed, but still, disgusting. He was texting me while he was away, telling me he loved me. So the entire time in Mexico, he's texting her saying, I love you. He's full of bullshit. Yes, he fucking is, girl. Preach. All the best with whatever you choose to do, but you should count yourself lucky you never have to see him again. He's an immature, pathetic excuse of a man and couldn't be man enough to admit his responsibilities of fathering a child, and so I had no choice but to get rid, and now I hate myself and him every day for what he put me through. I should never have taken him back. All the best for the future. She said in this message, I don't know if I read that part aloud because I'm trying to like understand, and I think I skipped this part. She said, I knew nothing of you and him until you messaged me. So basically, you can put together all the fucking lies, but he is just disgusting. I mean, oh my god. He actually messaged me like right after her and I had that conversation, and let me look that shit up because it's good. He said, did you message my ex? LOL. I said, yeah, I did. Please don't contact me anymore, Matt. He said, why on earth did you do that? Only to then say don't contact me makes no sense. I have no idea what you expected to achieve by emailing her. We don't even talk to each other anymore. A bit weird, to be honest. Ooh, boy. Ooh. Hold my earrings. I said, LOL, Matt, think what you'd like. I felt like messaging her and I did. You were so dishonest to me and I could sense it, so rather than never knowing for sure, I decided to find out for myself. A bit weird is how horrible of a person you could be and live life like it's a game. As I said before, do not contact me anymore. He said, dishonest? Am I missing something here? You did say, Matt, I don't want anything to happen with us. Please just keep it as contact only. So I have done. When I split up with her name, that was it between us. Then all of a sudden, you message her, LOL. If anyone is playing a game, it's you. Don't reply if you don't want to talk to me, but stay away from causing shit in my life. I don't talk to the girl, so I don't need you giving her a reason to message me. I think that message shows what a fucking disgusting person he is. For those people who maybe think this girl was lying or she wasn't ever really pregnant, no, I call bullshit. The way she was writing her message was definitely from the heart, and it wasn't trying to get me to like not be with him. It was just kind of like, he's a fucking piece of shit. And considering I'm the fucking girl that he cheated on her with, she was very nice to me and I respect her a lot for that. Especially me coming up in there like sorry, he cheated on you with me, but can you tell me more about him? She really had no reason to lie. They never got back together. It wasn't like she was trying to get with him. He was just a shady guy either way, so I fucking believe 100% that he got her pregnant and she had to get an abortion, which, oh my god, it makes me sick to my stomach. I'm so happy I never slept with him. And from clicking on this girl's Facebook, it shows that she had a kid and she got married, and I'm happy for her. I really am. Looks like we both dodged a fucking bullet. I hope this story wasn't all over the place, but I think this was my most like intense story time yet. Anyway, I hope that was entertaining, and Yup. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me in this long ass fucking story time. And I will see you on Tuesday with another story time, actually. I'm gonna have to take a story time break for a little bit. But anyway, alright. I love you guys. See you on Tuesday. Bye!